Wow. Being an overweight woman in a society that is so fat phobic and so centered around beauty and thinness and youth, it can really stir up a lot of insecurities. Fat is demonized by our society. And if you struggle with weight, if you have issues around food, you probably know what it feels like to just get the sense that you don't fit in and that you're not okay. What I do is I teach women how to be more confident from the inside out. And I know that I don't look like a body image and confidence expert, but I am. Because I know from life experience of being a sexual abuse survivor that our brains are so incredibly powerful. And we can either direct ourselves by thinking all of the worst case scenarios, dwelling in painful memories, thinking about situations, feeling like a failure. We can go down that road, or we could go down a road of possibilities. I struggled for decades with paralyzing memories of being sexually abused and violated. And consequently, that left me with a scar on my soul where I felt like there was something desperately wrong with me. That at my core, I was damaged. You see, what I learned is that confidence has nothing to do with the way you look or your appearance or having the right shoes or having the perfect manicure, the perfect haircut, the perfect color, a wrinkle-free face. Confidence has absolutely nothing to do with any of that fluff. Oh, sure, yeah. It's fun. It's fun to play with makeup and wear great clothes and all of that. But the reality is, if you feel like something's wrong with you deep down inside of you, it doesn't matter what you put on, what mask you put on through the right makeup, beautiful clothes, hair, it doesn't matter. Because there's always going to be that niggling little voice that says, hey, you're not good enough. You'll never fit in. You're not okay. Who cares about you? Nobody loves you anyway. If you're an abuse survivor, I know you're hurting. I know what it's like to have lived through years of being sexually abused. And it leaves you with so many doubts and questions and beliefs that something's wrong with you. So whenever you look in the mirror and you see your body, I want you to think about the fat, the excess pounds that you've been struggling with. I want you to think about those as pounds of pain. That's your voice that has been squelched. Food was like a raft. It created a sense of safety. In the midst of a really tumultuous and chaotic and frightening time in your life. It gave you a sense of control where it felt like there was no control in your life at all. I know what that's like. I've lived it. People have done really, really horrible and cruel things to you. Your body has been holding on to that. And it's been weighing you down. If you've been hurt by others, there's no reason for you to feel ashamed. You haven't done anything wrong.
I'm sure you'd agree with me in that if you're looking just right, if you look just the way you want to, it's a lot of fun to see yourself in the reflection of a mirror. That's really nice. But what happens if you're looking at yourself first thing in the morning and those negative thoughts start hitting you and you say, oh my God, I'm so old, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I look disgusting, I look terrible. That's where I can help you. I'm Andrea Amador, the Juicy Woman, and here's where I can help you master your mirror.
So when you first look in the mirror, you're probably going to notice that a ton of negative self-talk starts hitting you, pointing out all of your flaws, making you look really, really closely at every pore and every pimple and every skin tag and every single thing that you consider unattractive and ugly about you. Don't buy into it. It's just a lot of chatter. When you look at yourself in the bathroom mirror, first thing in the morning, you may be feeling really vulnerable. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to take a deep, deep breath. Breathe in through your nose, hold it, and then breathe out through your mouth. Put your hand on your stomach. Now I want you to repeat it again. And this time, I want you to think about the air filling your belly like a balloon. Okay? Now, go do it again. Breathe in. Feel your stomach and feel the air in your stomach. And when you breathe out, your stomach will flatten. Okay? Do it again. Breathe in, breathing in air, oxygen. Feel your belly expanded. Now, that's the way to breathe so that you can connect with your ability to think more clearly. We tend to breathe very shallowly. We're not really taking in enough oxygen to be able to give our brain what we need to think clearly. So whenever you notice yourself going into a space of feeling anxious or overwhelmed or panicked, the first thing you want to do is you want to breathe. You're going to breathe deeply in. Hold it and let it out. Okay, watch my stomach. Gonna breathe deeply. Okay, so you can see a little bit more. Okay, you're gonna breathe deeply. See how full and round my stomach is? I'll show you in this mirror. Okay, so you see how full and round my stomach is? Okay, do it again. Put your hand on your stomach. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Breathe in through your mouth. And as you breathe in, think about your stomach being filled with air like a balloon. Hold it. And then let it out. Okay. That's the first thing we do when we look at ourselves in the mirror.
Oh man, that mirror has the potential to rip your self-esteem to shreds. But you know what? It's time to put an end to that nonsense. You may have, for a period of time, you may have found a lot of peace around being able to dissociate yourself from your body and disconnecting and feeling like your body was your enemy, but your body is not your enemy. All those feelings that you've been feeling, the shame and the sadness and the anger and the guilt and all of that craziness, all that is your secret power. And what I do is I teach women how to take all of their energy, all of their emotions, and transform them from shame to power. from pity to pride. So if that sounds like fun to you, and you're sick and tired of holding on and dragging the same feelings of shame and sadness and like, why aren't I thinner and what's wrong with me? If you're tired and you're ready to let all of that old emotional baggage go, I invite you to join me. What I do is I teach women how to use emotional freedom technique so the power is in your fingertips. Join me every Thursday at 8 p.m. The call is $50. It's called Lighten Up. And I will show you how to lighten up on yourself, lighten up on your life. You can become the change that you want to see.